Kia ora, good evening everybody and welcome along to Boys Get Paid for 2024. Happy New Year to everybody out there. We're coming at you live on the Thursday night from the Export Beer Garden studio, courtesy of the Alternative Commentary Collective. It's great to have everybody here with us. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you're all enjoying your holidays. I'm in a fantastic mood because I get to sit here with these lads for the first time in 2024 and chew the fat about horse racing. How good is that?
Oh, Happy New Year, Matthew and Daniel.
Feeling all right, Luke?
Fucking fired up, to be honest.
Good.
Very formal.
Yeah.
Yeah, formal 2024. That's my theme for the year.
Yeah. Sounds like Dan's that way too. You good, mate?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm a reformed man.
You're refreshed? Yeah.
Refreshed, ready to go, mate.
Good. Well, we have been at the pub having a little beer, but some of us non-alcoholics, but it's, this could be the way of 2024 until the Karaka Millions hits, which is coming up in a couple of weeks' time. We are so excited about that. January is upon us. The sun is shining. Back at Ellerslie this Sunday, which is absolutely outstanding. Can't wait. Everybody in the racing community can't wait to get out there. And we're here tonight to hopefully find you some winners this weekend so that we can get you some money for the Karaka Millions and pile some more into the Punters Club as well. We wanted you guys to get in the comments because, Luke, mate, talk us through it. It's Ben's stag do. Benny Masters is getting married, and it's the stag do this week. You're kicking it off tomorrow afternoon. And go to the cricket and all sorts, mate.
Oh, whoa. He doesn't know, mate. Hey, hopefully he's not watching, you know.
Sorry about that. I've ruined it already, mate.
Yeah, hey, look, that's only one of the activities. But, yeah, we are. We've got a big weekend plan. You might see us out and about in the 09 in Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland, if you are. So come and say hello. Get him on your story. You should recognise him and some of the attires that he'll be donning. He's got a few challenges to tick off as well. But, I don't usually drink during January. I usually get dialed in, but a bit of a different January for me this year leading into the Karaka Million and a big stag do right in the middle, which we've been busy organising. So Friday, Saturday, and then culmination of an attendance to the races at Ellerslie, the Big E, the return to the Big E on Sunday with Ben in race number 3 as well. Beautifully named race.
The bent down on one knee, Ben Masters, 3-year-old set weights and penalties over 1,500 metres. That is outstanding.
Wouldn't you want to win that race and have that on your wall as an owner? You know?
I just think that's so funny. When that came through the other day, I thought it was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Ages. I love it.
Yeah, I had a couple of names and Ellerslie were like, hey, look, I don't know how appropriate these ones are. I'm like, hey, look, I think, it's 2024. Everyone's pretty open to these things these days. Let's roll. Let's get it on there.
And I know we'll get to it, but I understand we've got a blessed bet from that race as well, and it's going to be Benny Masters' best bet too.
It is. So Ben has blessed this one. We've given him the Stag Do Special Challenge. He's got to find us a winner. And this is it on Sunday, so hopefully he can get us all paid. I reckon he's gone pretty safe around it, and I think the tab even came back and said pussy, so...
It's pretty short.
It's brutal, yeah.
It's pretty short, but hey, he's a busy man. He doesn't have too much time to do the form. But we want you guys to get in the comments out there. As usual, let us know who you're punting on this week. We've got the Live-In Classic and the Railway at Trentham, which is really exciting. Group 1, 2 Group 1s. I think there's a couple of Group 3s maybe at Trentham as well as a listed race, and then on Ellerslie on Sunday, the return of Ellerslie. Let us know what your best bet is, but also let us know what the best thing you have seen on a stag do is so that Luke can get some ideas for Benny's stag do over the weekend. Benny, that's a cue to you. Sorry, I've already given away one of your afternoons, but let us know what the best thing you've ever seen is because Luke might organise it.
Yeah, look, if it's on, it's on. If it's in, it's in.
Absolutely. Dan, what's the best thing you've seen on a stag do, mate?
Well, probably not safe for.
Let's not talk about yours.
Yeah.
Don't talk about yours, mate.
Okay.
No, I haven't. I haven't had a stag do.
Okay. Yeah, not married, right?
No. Yep.
Get some ideas then.
It's got awkward quick, didn't it?
Yeah. Let's
maybe throw out a few ideas.
Looks like producer Adam's got one for us.
Oh, I've got one from in the chat here. Just to start us off, we've got Tim Franklin here who has said that Viagra sleeping pill with a laxative on a bus trip. So good. That is brutal.
Wow. Okay.
Is that a one-day stag do or a 3-day? Because if it's a 1 day, that'll ruin it.
Yeah, wow. That's tough.
You got anything like that lined up for Ben?
No, not till the Sunday.
At Ellerslie?
Yeah.
Good. What about you, Luke? What's the best thing you've seen so far?
I'm just trying to think. Look, most stag do's I've been on are pretty tame. Just guys getting in a huddle, loving each other, in the corner, just lads. Actually, one thing that was quite fun, if you were late to a stag do that I went on, there was punishment. And you had to sit in the corner with your nose touching the wall and you could only come out from the corner once you drunk a bottle of red wine. That is brutal, eh? So this
Yeah.
guy sat in the corner of a pub with his nose whilst he's just having a few Pinot Noirs.
Was it a hot day?
Yeah, down there in Taupo.
That's gross, eh?
Yeah, I've got some. Actually, there were a couple of good things on that stag, and I've actually stolen them or copycatted them. So I can't talk about them because I'm going to use them this weekend.
Good.
But let's just say, Ben won't be the only one copping a bit of punishment. There'll be Ben's got a little bit of power on a stag do as well.
Good.
So yeah, we've got to weigh these things up and even them out.
Yeah, nice.
We'll talk more about that next week.
I just thought about this. I mean, look, this is not appropriate, but when have I ever been appropriate? This is quite a few years ago now when I was a young lad and I used to kick around and have a bit of fun. Went over to Mexico for my mate's stag party before his wedding. So Mexico, Cancun. Went out to, can't remember, it was like a disco nightclub, but they also have like a show and event on or whatever in Cancun as well. Can't remember what it was called. But ended up getting caught in the bathroom entertaining some of the local variety of products. You get the drift. Got kicked out of the.
This is you?
Someone
someone
that's
on
the
the
story
stadium.
I read. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got kicked out of the club, and then went back to my room, had a shave, and done my hair differently, and got in a different outfit, and went back in. But I had to pay another $100 to get back, or $50 to get back in the place, and went back in again.
Oh, that's good. They let you.
Kicked
they
out of
let
the
me back
pub for drinking a Coronas in the bloody toilet. So what are you doing, mate? Just drink them in the bar.
Leave your beer at the table when you go to the bathroom, mate.
Yeah, apparently it's found.
It's as simple as that. You sound like my mates that got booted out of the Everest that day. They just changed clothes with each other and walked back in.
Oh, well.
The first two people to get booted out of a BGP event. No,
Wow.
yeah, unbelievable.
Oh, well,
They
we're
weren't
back to
causing-
sweatshop soon, so...
That's right. Yeah, exactly. They weren't causing any trouble. Keep your comments coming in. Let us know what your favourite story from a stag do is. Luke needs some ideas. Obviously, this Sunday, huge Ellerslie, but in 2 or 3 weeks' time, I think it might even be just 2 weeks' time now, even bigger, the Karaka Millions. Things are starting to take shape. There's been some races over the holiday period, which give us a little bit of an idea of what might be happening on Karaka Millions Day. People like Luke that have got a punt, hopefully $2 million in a punters club, start getting a bit of an idea of what's going on now. But Sunday will give you a bit more of an idea. But we do still have tickets. Is that right?
Yeah, not many. I think there's only about 70 left. And I hear there's a few people saying, oh, right, there's a 5 of us and there's a 6 of us that are going to come. We just haven't sorted our tickets yet. I'm like, well, shit, there's going to be some disappointed people. So, like, once they're gone, they're gone. And I'm pretty sure Ellerslie have near on sold all of their venues as well. So I think we're one of the last remaining tickets to still actually be on sale. So I think once ours are gone, big trouble. You won't be coming.
Yeah,
If you're watching from home.
I've heard PW say that as well, that basically it's all sold out. And this pre-event, we were just talking about it before, at Sweatshop, this sounds outstanding. 250 people locked into Sweatshop from 12 till 3 p.m.
Yeah.
God, that sounds like a hoot.
Yeah, we've already got 250 locked in and we can go to 300. So there has been a few people message me and email and say, hey, can we come along? So, yep, you can. There'll be room for 300 on the buses. Other people have to just jump in an Uber and make their way to the Big E. But basically there'll be drink specials on the day. There's a $1,000 bonus bet for somebody who comes along that they get to spend at the event. And we're going to be punting Trentham, backing a few winners of Ted's, so then we can keep topping up the bloody Punters Club as well. So hopefully Ted's in form at Trentham, and a bit of live music as well, and just a chance to soak it up before the afternoon gets away on us and becomes pretty chaotic.
If the weather's like this, Dan, it's going to be insane. Sweatshop's just down around the corner from us right now, and honestly, after going to the pub beforehand, you could feel like you could just sit there for hours, eh?
100%. Yeah, I really hope they open up that outdoor area for us and just let us rip on the porch there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, don't lock us away in the corner. Let us fly.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be a huge day. Hopefully everybody out there that's got tickets is looking forward to it. Hopefully people are still considering getting into the Punters Club. Luke, where are we at with that, mate?
About 350k in the kitty. Remember, we've spent 50 grand of that already, which I'm sure we'll touch on very soon. But 350k. As always, the pool really starts to swell in that last 48 hours. So let us know in the comments where you think we will land. I believe that the biggest bet in TAB history is a $400,000 bet. So maybe we have to step up and try and beat that on the night.
Is that an individual that's made that bet?
Yeah, on a World Cup, maybe 20, I can't remember Rugby World Cups, apart from Will Jordan carving people up. God, what a guy. Silly Willie J. So, don't know if he was playing in 2017. Was there a World Cup in 2017?
Nah, 2015.
15. It was 15, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and I think it was a winning bet too.
400 grand on the All Blacks to win the final over Australia, I think it was in 15.
Oh,
wasn't it?
no. It wasn't. I'm pretty sure when I had a look at it, it was a year where the All Blacks didn't make the final.
Right.
Yeah, but I think they bet on the final when they won.
Well,
Who knows?
Are they going to win $1.05 million like Cool and Fasters?
No,
No.
surely not.
No, that's not going to happen, eh?
How good. $1 million profit if we can get Cool and Fast home. What a victory that was on Boxing Day. Shit, the old hands were shaking. We were bloody punching out content left, right, and centre. There's people messaging in. People trying to figure out, if I get in the Punters Club now, okay, like, can I still get in? Because, like, maybe you should refund everyone. What's the cash out? All the fucking Australians wanting to know, cash it out. And, like, there is no cash out. Just calm down. But, yeah, there's certainly plenty of attention on that bet, which was cool to see. And, you know, it was a risky play to put a $50,000 futures bet on, but we managed to find the right one, and now equal favourite for the Karaka Million. Horse still has to win, of course, but shit, it's been exciting, I guess, no matter what ends up happening with Cool and Fast on the 27th.
How were you feeling on Boxing Day, Dan, about that punt?
Yeah, pretty good after watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beforehand?
Beforehand, I was maybe a little bit nervous. You know, like you just never know. You never know how they're going to go. And to be honest, when it was coming around the corner, I was thinking, "Fuck, this thing's quite far back. Like, what's going on here?" And then it was going all Luberon on us down the straight. No, not quite that bad, but yeah. When it hit the line, I was like, "Oh shit, this thing's won." Oh,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was greener than Chloe Swarbrick, wasn't it? And at the 600, I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. We're going to get the, well, what a stupid bet that was. You should never have put a futures bet on. Fucking getting all the Terry 10,000 trifectas telling you what you should or shouldn't be doing. I'm like, here it comes. Then the horse started running. I'm like, holy shit, is this one? And I actually didn't know if it had won or not. I was watching a pretty delayed bit of coverage over there in Australia, but I was messaging the GOAT and Ted as well. So, yeah, everyone was pretty up and about. Tick one. Bang.
There was a bunch of people. I was there with my parents, sitting down one end of the grandstand, so reasonably subdued. First race of the day, hadn't even had a beer yet, but there were a bunch of BGP folk, and whoever you were, let us know, because they started chanting as the horse won. There's only one Opie Bosson as they're coming in. There was a group of 9 or 10 of them, and I thought, shit, yeah, people are excited about this. And it wasn't only them that were really happy. Like the rest of the crowd, there was a real
wow.
buzz to it, you know?
That's awesome because, yeah, I mean, I got a video from some mates in Palmerston North, and they were all gathered around in their annual punting session in the shed somewhere and just tearing into the beers, and they were all screaming home Cool and Fast. And, yeah, I think it's just been bloody great for the industry. And there's a lot of Australian coverage of this now too, and I believe that News Corp or punters.com are coming over to cover this, and, yeah, racing.com as well, and they want to do an interview leading into it. So it's just great for the sport because now you're going to have more Australians, and now they're going to get to see some of this coverage as well, and it just continues to grow the interest in racing here in New Zealand.
I know the ultimate goal is obviously to make money, but in my eyes, the way I've looked at it is like we've already won. Like by having a 50k bet to win $1 million, like right now would have to have 250 grand to win the same money. So the risk versus reward is in a good place, and I mean, look what it's already done. Like, look at the traction it's getting. Like, literally all the very rarely do you hear all the TAB and Mickey G and all of them just going on, banging on, talking about. Everyone's been talking about it. It's really cool to start hearing everyone talking about it over trackside.
Yeah, absolutely. You're 100% right. Like you say, the risk was 100% worth it. There's so many cool stories now coming out of the Karaka Millions. We've got Aussie jockeys coming over. We've got the stakes money increased, obviously. We're back at Ellerslie. But as big a story of it all is that there's a 50 grand bet to win $1 million. No, and I'm not even joking about that. That's huge.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking loose.
It's crazy. It's like amazing. It's so cool.
Well, the GOAT and I, we often talk about, and we've said a number of times on podcasts and stuff, where you've got to balance the sausage with the sizzle, right?
This isn't the sausage, is it?
And I tell you what, we're cooking. You know, we cooking. We already got the onions on that bitch, frying them up, man.
Oiled up, it's sizzling. It's the only place you can get $21 on this horse.
And look, like, say it didn't perform, yeah, we're going to have to cop it from some people. You've lost 50 grand of our money and whatnot, but we're probably going to have 1.5 million to chew through on the day. So, you know, we were doing calculations around percentages and, you know, a fair bit of chat before even putting this bet on, and it's like, righto, like, let's back ourselves, let's have a go. So, you know, shout out to the GOAT. You know, he is very big on it and keen to have a go as well. And so, We did, and yeah, hopefully we can do the job on the 27th. But I have never seen 2 winners of a Karaka Million from the same breeding, so that would be a first as well. But hey, stats are there to be broken.
Yeah, exactly.
And nights are too, so let's do it.
There's a first for everything, I would have thought. And the Punters Club, obviously everybody needs to get involved with that. You obviously still can. I've got the TAB website open here. It is front and centre how to get involved. So it is easy. Make sure you get involved. And I understand we have been, there has been a winner declared of the BGP TAB double up promo.
Yes.
You've already had a chat. You've already had a bit of a text message conversation. The winner's going to be announced.
No, there's 10 of them, mate, of course. So we've got 10 names to read out here. They've all been emailed at 7 o'clock, apparently. So they've probably already heard. I don't know if anyone's already in the comments, but we released the amounts and the cities of where they come from. But now I can read out who they are. I can't disclose their full names, but I can give you basically their last name and the initial of their first name. So the first one is C. Jim from Lower Hutt, $200. And then H. Dillon from Palmerston North, $50. P. Naughty, Palmerston North, shout out, what a spot, turbos, whoosh. M. Costas in Ashburton for $100. M. Thomas in Dunedin for $500. Got a feeling I've already got a DM in my inbox saying, fuck, I hope that's me in Dunedin, boy. And I think it might be you, so check your emails. C. Scott from Cambridge for $20, S. Neville in Auckland for $60, D. Christine in Kaitaia for $80, S. Purnell in Gisborne for $40, E. Francis from Palmerston North, again the Northern Palms, what a city, for $50, and S. Bradley for, oh shit, actually I just realised these are their first names and then what a fucking idiot. I have to start at the top again here. From Whakatane. So Jim C. Lower Hutt, Dylan H. Palmy, Costas M. from Ashburton, Thomas M. from Dunedin, Scott C. from Cambridge, Neville S. from Auckland, Christine D. from Kaitaia, Purnell S. from Gisborne, Francis E. from Palmerston North, and Bradley S. from Whakatane.
Why do they all have first names that could be last names?
I know, it's a bit confusing. Some of them
really
don't.
strange.
Yeah.
There's a whole list of them. That's unusual, isn't it?
But anyway, look, I don't get the full details of their exact names, but I do know that you've all been emailed via the TAB. So if you have one, and that does look like that's where you're from, and you've got either a first name or a last name that sounds like that, check your inbox, because you may have your stake in the BGP Punters Club doubled up. And how good to see the Dunedin one of $500 in there. BitTab was stoked when they drew that out. A couple of bloody staff lunches have gone amiss after that. The budget's done.
I'll tell you what, I'm fucking glad there's only one Jaffa in there.
Oh, yeah. Cheesy boy.
Congratulations to everybody that's won on that. That is awesome. You've just doubled your stake and cool and fast in the Karaka Millions 2-year-old, as well as all the other great punts that are going to be coming from the day. That is awesome. Thanks very much to the TAB, as always, for being so generous and getting involved in that stuff. That's a really, really cool promotion. So well done to everybody. Hopefully you've received your emails and you are stoked about it. Let's just reflect a little bit more on the Christmas period before we kick into the Living Classic and the Telegraph, as well as some of the other good racing. Keep your comments coming in, everybody. We want to know your best bets and your best stag do stories. Honestly, cool and fast, who do we want to ride? Warren Kennedy or Opie Bosson? Because they just totally cleaned up.
Don't do that to us, mate.
Yeah, can we ask the question? Can we put it out there? I know what the answer's going to be, but
yeah. Wow. Yeah. I mean, it was a massive ride. Hopefully, we get Opie riding cool and fast. I don't think riders are declared yet. I don't think that'll happen until the final week. But yeah, I mean, they're both in outstanding form. And yeah, geez, it was just a pleasure to watch over the break, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Dan, do you want Warren Kennedy or Opie Bosson?
You have to. There's only one. Like, it just works so well with the whole movement, everything. Like, there would be nothing better. Imagine that combination of that $1 million bet coming.
Yeah.
The stand might fall down.
Oh, fuck.
Like, it just would be carnage.
I'm going to get down there and get Opie and put him on the shoulders and just take him back up in the room and say, look, you're not riding. You're not riding in the last races.
You're done for the day.
They will need a security guard for the rest of the night because people will just be so fired up.
Yeah.
Be pumped.
Absolutely. And I know that that's a question. I knew the answer to it, but
Just trying to pash him and all sorts of
people were trying to pash David Ellis a couple of years ago at the LSE race. So
it's on.
That'd be a different pash, wouldn't it? Would you do it? No. If he won you $1 million, why not? Anyway, Warren Kennedy. We've talked about Opie Bosson for years and years and years. Opie Bosson on Boxing Day has been outstanding year in, year out. But what about Warren Kennedy? Honestly, since that performance, I think it was 7 winners on the day. every race meeting I've gone to, I've just gone, right, who's he riding? Who's he riding? I've not been betting, but it's changed the perception of racing for me anyway so much because I'm always going, well, what's he on? What's he running on? Oh, he's with a good trainer. He's got a good horse. Right, punt on him. That was amazing.
Yeah, 7 wins. It got to about 5, and I was like, what's the record? You know, I started asking a couple of people, and no one really seemed to know, but I'm fairly sure that 7 was the record, and yeah, unbelievable. And, you know, some of those wins, they almost looked similar, and just things like that Grand Gallo and then About Time and Whitehack and stuff, and you're like, it's just like he had a horse that had 3 lengths on the rest of them, and he could just go, right, I'm going to push the button now, and now I get to get my 3 lengths and see you guys later. And I was pretty deep into bets around Still Bang On and Livid Sky and Quinellas and shit, and I'm thinking, fuck, we're on here. And then sure enough, Warren Kennedy skirts up the inside, wins for fun, ease down on About Time, and to the stage where I was having a crack at the railway, and I'm like, right, I'm just going to put Whitehack into this Quinella because why not?
Did you?
Unfortunately, it was with Maven Bell, so would have been paying plenty if I got it. But I actually nearly got the first 4 in that race. I just left Mercurial out, and it would have only been because of the way that Warren Kennedy was going. I thought, well, I'm just going to put Whitehack in here, and yeah, sure enough, he wins the race. And like, it's just that. That's a freakish race to watch, to go back and like actually look at that win and go, you know, Bonnie Lass was very unlucky. I had her in that top 4 as well, but that was just a masterclass of riding, and I don't think we'll see something like that. You know, we may never see that again in our lifetimes.
Be pretty tough.
Yeah, that win on Whitehack was something special. I have question marks over the track for that. I mean, no doubt his riding was like unbelievable. Like he didn't just win on hot favourites either. $10, $11. Yeah, it was outstanding.
That was the thing that I found too, that I was sitting there thinking about. Opie Bosson was obviously amazing, as always, on Boxing Day, but you're sitting there watching going like, he's winning on $5, $6, $7 shots that are racing against $1.90 shots, and he's cleaning them up.
Even Habana, like, I love Habana, but when it opened at $6, I was like, oh, that's a bit short. And to go around at $3 carrying 58, yeah, okay, it's only 58, and you know the goat had its best bet, but there ain't many top weights that win that race, and there are a few in there that are fairly decent. And man, like, it looked like it had got him beat, but nah, he somehow, like, I was like, naked eye, thought
it looked like
got him beat.
Yeah, I was on the post. I thought he'd lost.
Yeah,
there's no chance.
That's the 58. It is what it is, and nah, like, photo comes up. What are they doing? Fucking just manipulating the photos now? This is just, am I awake? It was just all just crazy to watch.
Yeah, it was. And there were 2 schoolings there, that Grand Gallo race where it was slowing down, and all of a sudden he got to the corner and just kicked away, took off, and Whitehack as well, like against those top horses, just sitting, waiting, 200 metres to go. Let go. Went on the inside as well. Didn't come around then, went on the inside. It was, that was awesome. Well done, Warren.
Apparently in that first race, when he went past to catch a thief, he said to the jockey, "You can catch me?" Yeah, just the cheek of it. Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
That's not a verified story.
And did you all bet on the one on the last that came dead last?
Yeah, that was a tough. That's racing, you know, the classic brutality of like, now bang, back to reality.
Yeah.
It
came in from 750 to 5 as soon as he won on Whitehack, I think.
Yeah, well, I had that multi on those last 2. It was for, I can't remember, it was decent. It was decent.
It was paying 750 or something, I think, wasn't it? Was it called?
Yeah, I got it at
Ominous?
850,
Ominous,
yeah, whatever. And but apparently it had a fibrillation or something like
you
that.
bet on it next start then, do you? Is that right? Isn't that the theory?
Stats say that. Something. Yeah, apparently.
Outside of Warren Kennedy and Opie, I really enjoyed Boxing Day races, being there with my folks. They had a great day. Mum won about 14 out of 17 Quinellas. She did very well. Dad got a few place bets. I had a good time there. It was really well done and well put on by the Auckland Racing Club, as always. There were some awesome races. I can't remember them all. What was your best bet?
Highlight for me, mate, was probably would be your mumsy getting 14 out of 17 Quinellas. Like, that is hot.
She cleaned up. I don't know if she won much, but she cleaned up.
She needs to frame a couple of those because that's a hell of a day. That's a scrapbook type setup. That is.
She takes notes in the race book. I've watched her.
Yes. But Snazzy Tabby was, highlight for me.
Yeah.
It was a bit, short, drifted out, so punters got a bit more, but it just won for fun and validated like all of those form lines and stuff. And yeah, it's rewarding to spot one and think, right, I think this horse is capable, and then for them to actually deliver quite easily. I actually sent a couple of text messages around saying we're not going to get the money that we got from Habana on Boxing Day last year, but I think we can with the same colours with Snazzy Tavi. And, when people pass that round and whatnot and get on and win, it's always good to see them romp home and win. So that was it was a good watch for me.
Yeah, nice. Stan?
I probably probably a couple of those multis coming in were quite nice. I had a very large bet on Aquacade, looking into the heavy track, and then so on the day I wasn't going to flash, so I thought I need to probably have a little bit of a saver here because I've had so much money on Aquacade, so I had a little saver on Campionessa, love that horse, and then I can't remember who was the next leg, but the final leg was that Francie Opie Bossum in the last, and seeing that one came home was pretty nice because I ended up breaking even for the day, and if I didn't do that, I would have been in an absolute pickle.
Yeah. That's good, mate. That's good. Francie's racing this Sunday, I think. Against we're going to get to that. We are going to get to that. My favourite, my best bet, I think Wild Knight came home on Boxing Day, but New Year's Day, no good. Orchestral.
Yeah.
How good was that? I was happy with that. Oh, that was an awesome run.
I think J-Mac rides on Karaka Millions night.
Really?
I think I read that.
Yep.
It's a good horse. It cleaned up Lupo Solitario, who's not been beaten like that since Crocetti. I thought that was awesome. Absolutely. And then, one on Warren Kennedy, Pour the Wine. It was fresh up. I think BP made it his best bet, but it paid about $5.50. I don't know. It was in some middle-of-the-road race on New Year's Day, so that was pretty good. But, all of those group races were awesome. I feel sorry for Babylon Berlin, eh? You know?
Yeah. That was a bit weird, eh?
What happened? Do we have any...
Yeah, not sure. Don't know. I haven't really read anything post that. But yeah, like it looked like the bet of the summer almost months ago.
Yeah, would have thought so.
Yeah.
One of my highlights also, the TAB were doing a survey on the New Year's Day races
So I
to
hear.
win a $200 bonus bet, four $50 vouchers. I got them, mate, and then lost them all.
Well, you just got given them to do the survey, or you
Well,
had to win it?
you just had to fill in the survey, which I thought was really good. They were asking about, what could you do better? What could we do better at racing events and things like that, which I thought was a really good idea. Good on you,
chewed up
TAB.
your whole Saturday, did it?
Mate, it was only a couple of questions, but then
nice.
I got the $200 bonus bets. Lost them on Maven Bell and Dragon Leap.
Yeah, disappointing, both of them.
Put 50 of them on Habana, so that got it back.
Nice.
So that was all right. But good on you, TAB.
I just spot
Dragon
the-
League dropped the shoe.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, you keep your Nikes on Dragon Leap. What are you doing? I spot there, mate, Pendragon. Now, before we left last year, remember we were saying there's no reason to get off this horse, but it's just not from a fashionable stable. It just doesn't have the hype around it. And man, I hope that those owners and the people that are close to that fucking cleaned up because they got outstanding odds for 2 races in a row, and they put, Pendragon just beating Contessa, they put 4 lengths on the rest of them. So. Yeah, I think it's an example of getting a little bit carried away with some of the flasher horses and stables and stuff like that, and one of those quality animals can just go under your radar. So shout out to the connections of Pendragon. I'm sure they got plenty off the punt.
Absolutely, well done. It was a hell of a performance, and some of the lads over the break as well. I think that we're going to get to them a bit later. The best bets, but Punt IQ is 5 from 5, and the Goat is 4 from 4. That's
Yeah.
a good run.
Boys are on fire. I actually got to watch Zarastro, I think it was, over there in Melbourne with Matt. Flew
True.
over to watch it. Yeah, watched it on his little screen. We were out at Matt Wingham's place, actually, but the power went out, so he's not paying his power bill. Hopefully you've been paying your power bill, Eddie. Otherwise, we'll send you a care package, mate, because don't want your bloody meat to go off in the freezer. But we couldn't watch the race on the screen. We had to watch it on the small device, but... Yeah, Maddie, I think he was having a pretty good day at that stage, but just the ultimate professional just kind of sat there calmly like, yeah, it's a good win, yeah. Yeah, great win.
Oh, well, the lads' best bets will be coming up later on. Punt IQ going for 6 from 6 and the Goat going from 5 from 5. He is absolutely loving it at the moment. Let's get to some races, but firstly, the blessed bets for this weekend, Luke. I think we've got 2, haven't we?
We've got 2. So the first one, because Punt IQ is going so good, Maddie, we've given him the big job and said, righto, mate, find us something. And he's going Flemington race number 5. Girls, girls, girls. Okie dokie. $3.30 up from $2.80. So that is Flemington race number 5. And then Benny Masters in his own race, the bent down on one knee Ben Masters. Funny quick story on that. Ben drove Uber for a small period. And when he got, the photo when you get into an Uber?
Yeah.
Yeah, his one was bent, not Ben. They sent it back as bent. So that's a little bit also why the gag around the bent down on one knees. But he's gone Taliska and Fortunate Son, both top 4. Now, we actually made Fortunate Son our blessed bet last week and it got scratched. So we were getting $2.20 around that, and that is in race number 3 on Sunday. So something to get us going on Saturday, and then something to keep the money rolling in on Sunday as well.
That's awesome. Love that. 2 in a weekend and 1 on the sponsored race.
Just on that real quick, that horse of Punt IQ's, or was that a bet on Punt IQ, or was that you just giving away what you guys are up to this weekend, Stag Do?
Look, I've never heard of the horse, but no, it's very well named considering what we've got going on this weekend. But we'll be staying away from all sorts of girls.
Perfect timing. And Ben's an Uber driver. What a hustler.
Yeah, Bent. Yeah.
Absolute hustler.
Bent is arriving in 3 minutes. Imagine that. Awesome. Well, here we go. This would be I think he's got a good story how he picked up someone from Shorten Street. Ask him if you're seeing this weekend out on a stag do.
We'll see you at the races on Sunday afternoon. Make sure you ask that question. Righto, let's get to Saturday. Trentham. 2 Group 1s, 2 Group 3s, and a listed race. But we're just going to go through the 2 Group 1s, the Levin Classic and the Telegraph, because this has got some... Both of these have got some very, very good horses in them. A lot of that we've seen over the last couple of weeks over the break too. But the Levin Classic Race 6 Trentham for $500,000. That's a lot of money. How good. 3-year-old set weights. Luke, mate, have you had a good crack at this? I think you have.
Yeah, I have. Now, I thought Impendabel was maybe over the odds at $8 there from barrier number 2. Maybe didn't get everything going the horse's way last start, and on a soft track as well. So 1 from 3 on a soft track. Now, Impendabel will go back to a good track. I've had a look at the weather. Shout out to Billy Boy in the Facebook group who teaches us how to punt, given the weather on the weekend, if that was him.
His strategy was good.
So I'm hoping we get the good track from Impendabel. As I keep saying, I really like Quintessa, but Quintessa just keeps letting me down a little bit. But third up, you would think, if this horse is as good as I think it is, should be winning. I do love my Mary Shan. We're drawn out in barrier 11. But Mary Shan, they put 4 lengths on that field the other day. Molly Bloom and Mary Shan. So, back to Grail Seeker from there. Now, if I'm going to put one on top, it's probably going to be Quintessa, because I've got to give it its chance. But yeah, I'm going to take a power play on this, which I think we'll get to later. But I'm going to stay around there. You've got horses like Zab Banzor and whatnot. A little bit disappointing for me for last start, but I hear that this has been the target, and it dropped back to 1,400 metres. So Roger James is kind of like, forget that start, don't worry about that, and it'll get a good track. So maybe that could, if it's as good as they think it is. But it looks like all of the money is coming for Quintessa. But I'm going to stick to the fillies form that seems to be stacking up and is very, very proven.
I didn't see that today, but somebody's had a big go at Quintessa. 450 into 360. That's insane. Good money. Dan?
Is that you?
No, it wasn't me. I've been looking forward to this race because there's been so much sort of mystery over what horses are going to go, what's not going to go, because of the timing with the KM coming up. You sort of, you don't see the clash of all the horses coming together here. So there's still a few missing. I thought just going a little bit wider in this. I like all the ones that you mentioned. They're all great chances, but I think there's a couple here at a little bit of value that I think are worth a little each way go. Strawberry End sort of didn't really do anything wrong in the 2,000 guineas. Sort of run home from last and ran home quite well, I thought, for 4th. Drawn 1, Matty Cameron on board. I thought $10 and $3.30. Top 4, you're still getting $2.30. So I think $10 and $2.30, you've got a chance of maybe getting your money back. The other one that I thought I liked, and Warren Kennedy's jumped on board this one, is Certainly. I don't know if you remember, this last start won quite well. It was one of Ted's best bets, but it was a certainty, I think they said. Certainly was a certainty. Run home quite nice and won quite well. A huge step up in class to come up to Group 1 company in its 3rd start, but they know what they're doing. And Warren Kennedy's jumped on board, and that's a huge plus. So $12, and again, you're probably getting, $2.20, $2.30 for $2.60 for top 4. I think I'd probably have a little bit of go at those two and just, hope that maybe something a little bit out wide comes in.
Yeah, nice. And I mean, it's up to Group 1 company, but none of them have actually won a Group 1, have they? So it's not necessarily Group 1 winners and they're 3-year-olds. So 2 starts, certainly. I mean, absolutely. Anything with Walker Burgesson in front of it, you got to respect. $12. It's good money, mate. I can't really preview anything because I've just got exactly the same thoughts as Luke, to be honest. That's exactly how I settled on it as well. I just went Contessa from the draw, but I've always loved Impendabell, and its run wasn't as bad as it looked. It was very slow away, and then it finished actually quite well, but was just had too much work to do. So I think that's a definite top 3 bet. But yeah, your comment there on Zab Manzoor, that makes me worried because I didn't want to have a go at it at all in the last race because it dropped from 16 to 1400, so back up to 1600.
Yeah.
I've just repeated exactly what you said, I've realised, but honestly, that's where
I just think like $8. I mean, this horse only got beat by Molly Bloom, so in a Group 1, so is, Group 1 performed, and yeah. So I don't know. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what actually shakes out of this race. But I think $8 is overs, and I'll be having a crack at the power play, which we'll talk about later on.
Absolutely. There's a good power play in there as well. Contessa and Impendabell, which is into 380 now. Last night it was 440, which I thought was bloody good money. But some of those power plays could be worth having a crack at as well. Good luck if you're having a go, and good luck to everybody that's involved in the Levin Classic on Saturday. It is a hell of a race. Trentham, such a hard place to punt, but hopefully you find a winner out of that lot. Race 8 is the Telegraph, which has changed complexion a lot since the futures came out, with the likes of Babylon Berlin and whatnot turning up, or not turning up. Maven Bell's not there either. But obviously Dragon Leap Mercurial was awesome. Maria Farina and Bonnie Lass went really well in the Railway as well. So this is going to be another awesome, awesome race. Race 8. Luke, have you found a winner, mate?
This is tricky, isn't it? I mean, it's tough to back Dragon Leap. For me, I don't even know what to say.
You went quiet when I put it in the chat yesterday. There's no comment. I thought, oh shit, he's not.
$3, like second up, at the 1200. Was it like there was money coming for it on New Year's Day? I was kind of thinking, oh rightio, maybe because they're expecting them to go fast out front, it'll boom home. I mean, lost its plate, so do we forgive it? But I thought that run of Bonnie Lass was unreal, and we're going to get a good track, so we're going to see the best of her. And what do we got here? I think this horse is over 1200 metres, 1-5, and then running the top 4, 6. So 11 from 12 that's been in the top 4. That's pretty bloody consistent. So I think $4, barrier 3, surely this horse gets its chance to win a Group 1. The other one I am going to have a little nibble on is Express Yourself, Ryan Hurdle for Mum Nikki Hurdle, I think, and hopefully a bit of an up-and-comer and can get the job done. My mate, I'm Wonderful Tonight, turns up here as well, which is exciting as well. But again, like if you keep digging into this race, it gets harder because then you go, well, shit, what about Seamus? Mercurial was just behind Bonnie Lass as well. But you've got to pick something, right? So I'm going to stick with the proven form. Bonnie Lass, I think it was very, very unlucky in the Railway on New Year's Day. So I'll put that on top, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a horse like Lincoln's Cruise booming home for sort of 4th or 5th, and could even just turn up on its day and beat them up as well. And you'd be like, well, how the hell is that one paying 31? So I think is it bet with caution into this race.
Dan, you were real hot on Dragon Leap for the Railway. Still on?
I forgive him a little bit for the thing. I can't have it at $3. I'm just so burnt. I've just again. I just lost so much money.
Can we bless it out to $6 or something? With the
oh my god! Like if they give me $6.50, they'd have my money.
You'd be breaking even.
Yeah. I really like Bonnie Lass's run. To be knocked over, it would have been interesting to see if it didn't get knocked over in that start. How much of a fight it would have had with Waitak to win that race, because I definitely think it maybe lost a length or half a length at least. So I don't know. But the one that I do like is Express Yourself. So 2 starts ago, it beat home Seamus, which is at $6, and then the start before that, it actually beat home Wild Night as well. So I think there's pretty good form around that Express Yourself, and I like the $11 and $2.30. I was just having a look down here, and there is Bonnie Lass top 4 and Express Yourself top 6 is $2.70.
Sheepers.
So I think that'll take a bit of my money.
Nice, mate. Good spotting.
That is good money. What about you, Mercurial? Like, can you drop that after that run of the Railway?
I'm going to.
Yeah. Oh, it's gone 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Just
a
gonna drop it.
quality animal. It's won 1 from 14 at the old 12 Hundy. Can it win? Like, is it a winner?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, yeah, but it goes good on a good track as well. This is a very tough race.
Yeah, the lads in front of me at the races, they were with Stephen Marsh, and they were obviously in the ownership crew of Mercurial, and they had another one earlier in the day. I feel gutted that I can't remember what it was. It went really well, but they were like, with 150 metres to go on the railway, they were all getting up like,
Oh, wow.
they're going, Mercurial, like they're actually going to do it. And I was like, fuck, no way, surely not.
Is it Academy Award? Did that run on New Year's Day? Can't remember.
Nah. But there was another Marsh. Oh, they might be in Velocious, I think, maybe.
Oh, yes. In
Good group of lads, though. Yeah, having a good time. But well done to getting a place in a Group 1 at Pukekohe. That's pretty cool.
A couple of nice horses. You just love it, eh? Yeah, a couple of lads just get into a couple of nice horses winning races.
Yeah.
Always good to see.
Sorry, Luke. Marshy's horse as well.
We'll carry on, eh?
Don't worry, mate. Bjorn will bring it home for you. They'll change the feed. They'll change the feed. Tell them,
I won't be fucking eating in this straight, mate.
tell them to change the feed. That's all it needs. Oh, dear. Anyway, okay, righto. The only other one I'll put in there would be Maria Farina.
Oh.
God.
I'll be going home from the stag to this thing blouses on by.
Don't you want to own it? It'd be
It just
great.
pops up, doesn't it, every now and then?
Honestly.
Oh, there's Maria.
On a rock hard track at Trentham, you just never know. I could get the job.
Set it up and just taking your fucking cash again. There she goes.
Oh, God. It's, Maria Farina could run top 3 or 4 in there. I feel like we should move quickly along for this, but that's okay. I agree. Dragon Leap's too short. Seamus has got a good track record as well, and Alan Sherrick's a good trainer. So this is a hell of a race. Like you fellas, you'd probably just look at a power play down there and see if you could find a little bit of value in one of those, eh?
Well, come 4:51 on Saturday, look, I'll probably be looking at the field like this going, let's go a little bit rougher. $4 ain't going to cut it on Bonnie Lass anymore.
Yeah. Oh, you can't actually see where you're going to be watching the races, but will you be watching the races?
Oh, I'll be on the small screen. Hopefully we can get reception. You never know.
Yeah.
Never know in Darwin.
You'll be okay. Right. Speaking of stag do's, let's get in the comments. Let's see if we've got any comments on best bets and people's best stories. Have we got anything, lads?
Yeah, there's definitely a few more coming in. There's a pretty loose one at the top here from Aaron saying that they tied someone to a caged trailer and poured oil over them while they were travelling through Mission Bay. That's quite loose.
Wow.
Massively loose behaviour.
Good friends.
Just beneath that, we've got another one from Andy saying, I don't know if there's much accidentally in this, accidentally dropping some piss pills in the groom's day's breakfast of the wedding. He was very lucky that it was a rainy day, which saved him.
Piss pills? What's a piss pill?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but
I've only heard of laxatives. Do they do the same thing?
must be something to look into.
There's some cruel people out there, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and there's beyond that, there's just a bit of hype around what's going on. We've got Paul shouting out that it's a great bet about Cool and Fast as well. The most exciting thing is the publicity, but also that he is a shareholder in it, and he is absolutely buzzed for it.
Peter?
No,
different Paul. Good on you, Paul.
And there's and then as we get down the bottom here as well, what else we got going on here? There's just a lot of shouting out for a lot of the guys that have come back for the Karaka Millions this year as well.
Including bonus bet Dean. He's coming.
Yes.
Oi,
Oh,
Dino.
I love Dino. He better not bloody smoke screen early this time.
Yeah, come on, Dean.
Come on, Dino.
Stick around.
Mate, when you win $5,000, you shout the bar.
and there's a lot of people on Mary Shan and Body Lass, so there is
nice. Multi.
there's a lot of people that are in for it as well. So back to you guys, eh? Oh, and hey, I just seen one last one that was a very quick comment from the man Benny Masters. Reception ? I think you're getting the fear up him right here. So obviously he's watching, and
Actually, I do a good stag do story from over the break. These lads took their mates to Sky City in the start of the morning, and he thought, "Oh, fucking hell, you're making me do the bungee," but they'd entered him to do the run to the top.
Oh, gutted.
Yeah, so he had to do the race to the top of the Sky Tower. I said, "Did you give him 6 beers first?" Yeah,
You're right.
I had it, yeah.
I've seen a mugging for a stag do where this lad was just going to a work meeting and all of a sudden 15 or 16, I've seen this on a video, and 15 or 16 guys just mug him and he thinks he's being mugged.
Oh, wow.
That'd be good, eh?
I actually looked into that. You can do that over in Aussie, and you can get some women to come and get the stag just from their house and turn up. I was like, that'll go down well as. But I was trying to book it. I was like, whereabouts in the Gold Coast are you? I'm like, God damn it. We're in Auckland.
Hope you have a good weekend, Betty. Thanks very much, everybody, for your comments that have come in. Let's see if we can find some more winners, lads. We won't go through any more races, but have you guys got anything else that you do like for the weekend? There's so many good races, eh?
Oh, there is. Yeah. I'm going to go down south. I'm going to go on Saturday to Wingatui. Now, this is very, very rash, so please, $1 each way, maximum. There's a horse called Jewel of Patch. It's drawn barrier 1. I think we've got 3 kilos off the back as well. 26s and 4s. I think the weather's good down there. Should be getting a good track. Loves the distance. Goes all right at the course. Is in a very, very tricky race, but I think this could be a bit of a heist, and I want to be a part of it. So I'm having $1 each way in race number 4 on a horse called Jewel of Patch from barrier 1 to see. This horse was stepped up over ground to 2100, which is well beyond, I think, where it races up to. But now drops straight back down to the 1400. Should be rock hard fit by now. I smell something a little fishy, and I want to put my rod in the water.
Dan, you've normally got a quite an enjoyment for a rating 65 2100 metre runner. Would you drop it down to? Would you take it if it's dropped down to 1400, like Jewel of Patch?
Oh, I mean, I will.
Will you?
Yeah, I mean, it does, like, just the way that Luke's explained it to me. I mean, I'm fucking hyped up, and I'm thinking, how much can I get on? How much do you think the TAB will take? I think it's worth, definitely, I mean, it's at odds, and you don't need much on to win a decent amount of money, so have a go. Like,
Top 4, there's only 7 horses in the race. It's either going to run last or first.
That's good money, eh? $4. Yeah, that's crazy. Dan, have you found anything else, mate?
Yeah, I did. Originally I did have a best bet, and I've ended up going up against the goat. So I thought I learned my lesson last time. Won't do that again. But also has been in a bloody hot vein of form. But Locanora out of the Walker Burgesson in the last race at Trentham, so race 9.
Sherrick's, isn't it? Sherrick's?
Oh, Sherrick's, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, it is Sherrick's horse. Yeah, sorry. Opie Bossom's on, I think, though. That was where I got tripped up there. And its last start was really impressive. I was thinking, I can't wait to see this thing go again, because it looked real good, and particularly like the last sort of 50 metres, it really strode out strongly and got away from him. But I think that's probably a good option as well for maybe a Box Cornell with the goat's best bet that's coming up later.
I feel like you guys have got a very strong relationship, because Locanora was the goat's best bet on debut.
Oh, it was?
And it ran fourth, but he said it'll win the next one as well. So, do you guys communicate or something?
No, very, very early. And the other one, I just think maybe look out for it, and it might be worth a little each way go as well, as if I did it.
Oh,
yes.
The best bet from Riccarton.
in the last that day.
Cup day in the last year, didn't fucking do any goal.
Ran top 4. Yeah, good money for top 4 too.
Yeah. But yeah, I think, last start it just ripped it. It had no chance. Was that Kurel?
Yeah.
And just, but absolutely ripped home, and looks like a horse that's going to win one in the next one or two. So maybe 850 and 280. I think it's already been backed in a little bit as well. I think it opened at $9 or $11 or something like that. So there's been a bit of money for it. So maybe a little bit of each way on if I did it, and see if we can't get it home.
Into Betty Spaghetti and Taliska, is that right? You guys have got some great multis running this weekend, eh?
I'm way too itchy. I've got to go to the vets and be checked out for fleas because I'm itchy. I can't wait for this weekend.
Oh, it's into 8s now. So 11's into 8s.
Oh, boom. Yeah. If I did it, if you didn't get on, you're going to be gutted.
That would be a good bet. I think that rounded off my multi from the best of BGP, the top 4. You got one from the best of BGP last weekend as well, didn't you, Dan?
Yeah, I did. And it was the Varvia, I think, was the winner in the last from Matty Punt IQ. That got me home, but there was also the goats and maybe was it
Kenny Rock, mate? He certainly can.
Yeah, Kenny Rock. That was
fucking
it.
Drums out.
Yeah, mate, that was very well done. That best of BGP, you're never too far away if you take a top 4 all up on all of them. Why not? Give it a crack.
I actually multied Varvia with then the Scareman and Fitzies to both run top 4.
Yeah.
And they both did by a nostril.
Yeah.
But yeah, 100 into 800.
Shit, that's good money, eh? Far out. Keep following. I noticed at about 11 o'clock last night, there's racing at Tauranga tomorrow, which looks pretty... there's actually some decent races. So the only other ones I thought were Karuba Jack in race 6, which ran third in the Waikato Cup behind Dionysus and Prix de Fer. Ulrika Holmquist rode it that day and is on it again tomorrow, and it's not in a very strong field. It hasn't put any weight or increased any weight since that run, so I thought that might be a pretty good bet. It's a good value. And then Tauranga Race 3 Academy Award, paying $5.50 and $2.10, was third on Boxing Day, and a pretty good run, beaten by a couple of good horses, Ethereal Star and Petrucci. So, yeah, I don't know, decent run, decent race that.
Just in that race you mentioned there, the one
Race
with
6
Karuba Jack, yeah, race 6 tomorrow, horse called Verstappen. Wah. This thing, very ordinary last start. Oh, good track. I don't know, what's the track going to be tomorrow? We better get a
It
quick
hasn't
look at
rained in a month.
that. Okay, man, it's probably no good on a good track. But anyway, soft track. But it was punted into favourite and got beaten up by who? Doddle. Last start, but never really got a go at him. Never got a go. So you're going to get $5 to fuck around and find out tomorrow. But I don't know how it is on a good track, so be careful. Good oils in there as well, which isn't too bad of a horse. But yeah, I would be having one last crack at Verstappen.
Are you going to be following Rudyard in the last in Ellerslie, following the Snazzy Tavi form?
You have to, don't you?
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, that horse Taka Waidi or something, can't remember what it was called, came out and won at Taupō. They just keep winning with that form line. So, yeah, stick with the Snazzy Tavi form line. If you see that somewhere or horses around that, get involved. And Rudyard is one of those in the last race at Ellerslie. But actually in the first race at Ellerslie.
You guys are itching here, eh? Honestly,
Can't wait.
you guys just can't stop.
3:30 on Sunday. I'm going to be smacking up a little bit on Merchant Queen. I think Sam Spratt's going to take this to the front, and it's going to run first or second, and you'll find out who will either beat it or run second to it. Sorry, mate. Very shortly. Righto.
Dan, what else you got, mate?
I was looking through the fields at Tauranga today as well, and I did notice one that that hasn't it had its first start in such a long time. It was Asterix. Was it Derby? Derby
won the Derby 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then
Mark
went through a
Rapach
bunch of injuries and different issues, but came back and run quite a nice third, fresh up from a long spell. Second up's had a win, 2 starts, and then course and distance 1-1. It's only $4, so I don't know. I mean, maybe watch it go around, but I maybe keep an eye on this, because if they've got this horse back, it's a fucking miracle. An amazing training performance. But Sullivan Scott they've been cooking lately, so
They're on fire. They are on fire. Gee, I hope the people out there are taking notes. You can tell you lads have had a punt. Hey.
Might have.
It's a big weekend, though, Luke. You've got to get ahead of the game.
Yeah, 1 cent left in the account. You know I'm all in.
Yeah, absolutely. Righto. Let's get to the best bets for the weekend. Hopefully you fellas are ready for this. Ted's best bet, Ellerslie Race 5 on Sunday. Ted's been liking this horse the whole way through its campaign. City Gold ready at $3.80. Won impressively at Te Aroha over 1,600 metres and ran a very good fourth. Again at 1,600 metres at Pukekohe behind Orchestral and Lupo Solitario when closing off strongly from last. Stepped 2,100 metres for this will be right up his alley as he treads a Derby path. So Ted thinks this is going to the Derby. Have you guys had a crack at it in the Derby? City Gold ready?
Not yet.
Haven't?
Sounds like we should.
Yeah, we should. We're going to the Derby as well, aren't we? So we might as well have a bet.
ooh, 21s or 26s. I think I did have a look at it.
Did you?
Yeah,
Shut
21s
right.
or 26s.
Well,
so
get on before Sunday if you like it.
Nice.
Good work. Righto. The Goats best bet going for 5 in a row. Trentham Race 9. Boomtown Boy. Good sectionals last time of the big roomy track suits by all accounts from the Goat. As usual, very subdued, but he does find a winner. Luke, you can go with Punt IQ's best here, mate.
Punt IQ, 1 for the Hons, meeting 12, race number 5. Girls, $2.80 out to $3.30 if you take it on the BGP Blessed Bet. This horse is third up and gets to 2,000 metres, so she's closed off very nicely her first 2 career starts. She'll love getting to HQ just like we will, and from a nice barrier can settle a couple of pairs back off the speed with Jai McNeil presenting her at the top of the straight, and we'll be saying, "Present her, Jai," to finish over the top of them as the lone filly in the race versus the boys. Girls, the well-named horse for the great stag do that is Ben Masters this weekend.
7 from 7 as well from Maddie, so good luck if you're having a crack at that. Should we go Ben's next? You you're on a roll here, mate.
Yeah, Benjamin. So in his own race on Sunday in the bent down on one knee Ben Masters over 1,500 metres, we get to see Taliska back. And this horse is a goodie. Now, he's taken that with Fortunate Son, both to run top 4, $2.20. Double your money. He's putting half the wedding kitty on, and he's either getting half of a wedding for free or he's not going home Sunday night.
He definitely won't be going home Sunday night either way.
Okay.
Dan, you can roll with yourself and Scamman's, mate, the Trotters.
Yeah, all right. Oh, well, I'll go. You put me on the spot here, mate.
You don't know your best bet?
I'll go. Yeah, I know what he said. The Scam Man as well. I was thinking, shit. Hang on, I haven't even looked at that. Yeah, I'll go with my one first. So I'm going race 1 at Trentham. I'm going to come early. Hang on, I'm going early. This one might actually. It seems like this one might be named after my missus because she does get a little bit sassy. But number 3, Sassy Merlot, $5 and $2. Craig Pay the Bills Grills gets on this one. Run a really good second and a really good fighting second to Churchillian in its last start. Churchillian goes around later in the card in some sort of listed company or listed race, I think it is. But I thought its last start looked like it was really finding the line hard and was fighting back. I think coming onto a good track here is a Tick. It's had a couple of wins. Course and distance, it's had 2 starts for a second and a third. So for me, I'm happy to take the $5 and $2 for Sassy Merlot. The Scanman. Scanman's Friday. So tomorrow at Nelson, race 9, Alta Meteor.
You rate that?
It's a good horse. Yep.
$2.40.
$2.40.
Fill up.
Have a bit of that. Yeah, it looks like a pretty good field actually. But I did have a look at it earlier because I was going to go and do the old multi through all of them. But yeah, looked like a pretty good field. But Alta Meteor, good horse.
Nice. And we don't have anything from Fitzy, do we?
We do. He's going Sunday. The fields aren't out yet, but the Sunday harness Nelson. Doesn't matter who it's racing, what number the race is, what it's paying. Queen of Swords will slay this field, he said.
Okay, right. Let's keep it simple.
Yeah.
That's good. Was that a pun on that from Fitzy, or was that your pun?
I made it up.
All right. Okay.
He didn't say any of that.
Absolutely outstanding. Right, I'm going to go to Ellerslie Race 1 on Sunday, the return of Ellerslie, and I'm going to go Ethereal Star. I know, Luke, you're liking Merchant Queen in this, but I think Ethereal Star is a very, very good horse. It was beaten by Petrucci, however you say it, on Boxing Day. Was very good fresh up. Petrucci was an outstanding run, and I think that's a very good horse as well. So, yeah, I just think this might be a slight drop back in class. So $3, why not? Have a crack. Ethereal Star. Good horse.
Nice, mate. Well, on Saturday at Trentham, I'm going to go to race number 6 for both Mary Shan and Impendabel to run in the top 4. I think it's $3.60 from memory. We can have a look at that. But for me, that looked like a pretty good play. So, meeting for race number 6 on Saturday, we're going to take Mary Shan and Impendabel, both in the top 4.
I thought it was $4.40.
Is it $4.40?
That's what your screenshot was last night when you sent it through.
It's into $4 now, lads.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, so Mary Shan and Impendabel, top 4, $4. I think that's a great bet.
That is a very good bet. Nice. All right. Well, good luck if you're having a crack at those, everybody. Remember the top 4 multi. Why not? Multi them up. Have a good go at it. Speaking of Nelson being over Friday and Sunday this week, and you mentioned Kurau the other day, or Kurau, or however you say it. What a great circuit that West Coast circuit is. I think we talk about it every year, don't we? But I'd love to go there one day. Can Mickey G take BGP down there for an event or something like that?
Might not come home. I saw he was down there rolling around in his sister's shirt and his with his family, talking about being there with his family. It was good to see. It was good content.
Yeah, he really gets into it down there, eh?
He's from down that way.
We could get stuck in.
I was listening to him on the radio, and old Louis was making a few jokes about what he was going to be getting up to that night.
Oh, okay.
Live on radio. I don't know how fucking well that went down, but
oh wow.
Yeah, old Mickey G was ready to gear up and charge around the race course and have a good time.
What happens in where was he?
West Coast circuit.
Yeah, West Coast
was
circuit.
it Westport or something like that?
No, that was the Kurau races.
Oh, okay, yeah. What goes on in
Was it
Kurau?
the Golden Nuggets or something? The Nuggets? Yeah, I've got no idea. I don't know what you're talking about.
He just entertains himself on Mickey G. Good on you.
Great guy.
I'd love to go down there. He's a fantastic bloke.
All right, put it in the diary.
Right, Luke, are you... Ted, race 3 Tauranga, have a look at Master Fay.
Okay.
There you go, right? That's just come through, hot off the press. Race Yeah.
take a look at it.
Race 3, Tauranga, Master Faye. Thanks, Ted. Good on
What's
you,
that
mate.
paying?
That's outstanding. You must be listening in and getting
3:30.
fired up about. He's got punts on as well.
3:30.
Chad Ormsby.
He's tipped one tonight too, packing them. And the punters will be, the tab will be packing themselves if they get rolled by Ted later on. Race 4.
I thought that was coming. That was so good.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called though.
All right, let's wrap this up. Luke, are you nervous about tomorrow or are you good? You happy?
No, I'm good. It's not my stag do, mate. Just
No,
got to
true.
organise it. But yeah, trying to keep 20 people under control for 3 days. Bloody hell, that's a big task.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
absolutely.
Yeah. But anyway, I've got a solution for that. So looking forward to it. Can't wait. Hopefully I'll be back here next Thursday, boys. Otherwise, you'll need to fill in and I'll be here the following week.
You better bloody be, mate, because the Karaka Millions is only 10 days after next Thursday.
All right.
Really leaning into it. Really leaning into it. I'm really
Bring it
looking
on.
forward to the return of Ellerslie on Sunday. Danny, you must be.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I cannot wait to get down to the races. Mrs. is going away on Friday and Saturday. She's going to Mungafai to go hang out with some friends.
Nice.
As soon as she gets back, I'm hopping in the car and I'm out of there.
Beautiful. 3:30
I think that's a
start.
special occasion, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. It's we've been invited to the reopening of Ellerslie. That's what we need to tell her.
Okay. Well, you can send me an email, mate.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Oh, that is so good. Hopefully, everybody enjoys their weekend of racing back at Ellerslie. The horses are changing their feeds and all sorts. It's going to be all on Ethereal Star, new feed. Let's go. Righto. Thanks very much for tuning in, as always. Good luck if you're having a punt. Good luck, Benny Masters, on the weekend, mate. It sounds like you are going to have a great time. Don't worry, Luke's got you all sorted, as do the lads. You're going to have a very good time. Hopefully you enjoy it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next Thursday. Good luck on the punt.
Game, set, and match. Shut the gate. They're going to do it again. The Karaka Millions goes with and stays with. Up in front, Delzeo. Long run, but here's the calls now. He's coming. He's going to get there.